Has Jungkook been harboring a wound no one ever knew about, even ARMY themselves? A major shock came from BTS member Kim Taehyung, who suddenly revealed a long-buried secret, an emotional confession that strikes at the heart of BTS's unity as a group and sends ripples through their global fanbase. In an in-depth interview recently published through the agency's official internal channel, Taehyung publicly admitted that Jungkook, the beloved maknae of ARMY, has long carried an emotional burden that has never truly been voiced to the public. The statement immediately sparked discussion across various fan community forums, generating widespread speculation and deep emotional reactions. "We never imagined that Jungkook was hurting that much," said one fan on an international ARMY community platform. But what's most shocking is that the wound in question isn't just a metaphor for fatigue or pressure from the entertainment industry. It's something far more personal, deeper, and hidden behind the warm smile and perfect performance of a global star. What did Taehyung mean by Jungkook's wound? In his statement, Taehyung didn't explicitly explain the form of Jungkook's wound. However, through his body language, tone, and expression, clearly holding back emotions, observers concluded that this is not a physical wound, but a psychological one. In his words, Taehyung stated, "He keeps doing everything perfectly, but I know there's a part of him that's never healed." This sentence immediately raised major questions. Since when has this wound existed? What is the core cause of this emotional pain? And why is it only now that Taehyung feels the time is right to reveal it to the public? Old clues never realized. Had this been evident since 2021? Fans and Korean pop culture analysts are now piecing together fragments of Jungkook's appearances from previous years. One moment now being re-examined is BTS's performance at the 2021 Grammy Awards. At the time, Jungkook looked as professional as always, but there was a brief moment when the camera caught his blank stare just after the stage ended. Now, with new context from Taehyung's revelation, such moments are no longer seen as mere exhaustion, but as manifestations of internal pressure that Jungkook has deeply suppressed. Why was it Taehyung who revealed this, not Jungkook himself? This question quickly emerged in many discussion spaces. However, observers of BTS's interpersonal relationships say the closeness between Taehyung and Jungkook is undeniable. They shared a room during their trainee days, grew up under the intense pressures of the K-pop industry, and witnessed each other's highs and lows. Taehyung may have felt that now is the time to help Jungkook by unburdening him from carrying this pain alone. In his statement, Taehyung said, "If I don't speak up, I'm afraid no one will ever know how strong he's been all this time, bearing it by himself." What does this mean for Jungkook and BTS as a whole? After this confession, many fans have begun to worry about Jungkook's mental health, especially considering the enormous pressure he constantly faces as BTS's global face. However, to date, the agency has yet to release an official statement about Jungkook's condition or future steps. Nevertheless, Taehyung's statement has opened a conversation previously unthinkable: mental well-being among idols at the peak of fame. This openness is praised by many as an important step in breaking the stigma surrounding mental health in the K-pop industry. What can we learn from this confession? This confession isn't just a significant moment in BTS's history, but also a reflection of emotional dynamics often overlooked by the public. When a public figure who seems flawless reveals they've been deeply wounded, it serves as a powerful reminder that behind the glitter of the stage lies a human being with very real pain. I end Taehyung's act of bravery in revealing this truth. He isn't just protecting a friend, he's voicing something greater: the importance of emotional support in high-pressure environments. Regardless of how much love comes from fans or how strong someone seems on the outside, what kind of wound is it really? Is it related to his trainee days? One theory now surfacing among fans and analysts is that this wound is tied to Jungkook's past as a young trainee. Known as the Golden Maknae, many forget that Jungkook has been under pressure to be perfect even before BTS's official debut. Some unnamed former staff members revealed that Jungkook once experienced a crisis of confidence during his early days, feeling overshadowed by older trainees. Reportedly, he even considered quitting but was encouraged to continue by some BTS members, especially Taehyung. If the wound stems from that time, then this isn't just a past incident. It's a long-term trauma that may still linger today. Did this wound affect BTS's internal relationships? Although BTS is known for being solid as a unit, some fans now wonder whether the pressure Jungkook faced ever created distance or tension within the group. But Taehyung's confession seems to refute this. He said, "We're not just colleagues. We're a family. And as a family, sometimes you know there's a wound that doesn't need to be explained with words." This statement reinforces that the bond among BTS members is not merely professional, but deeply emotional, and that may be exactly what helps them endure trials. What comes next? The public now waits to see if the agency will open an official line of communication to clarify the situation further. A number of psychologists and K-pop industry observers are calling for this to become a moment of greater attention to the mental well-being of idols, not just BTS, but all K-pop artists. Meanwhile, ARMYs worldwide continue to show their support, creating digital collages, writing open letters, and hosting discussion forums on mental health and industry pressure. However, amid the overwhelming sympathy and emotions flowing after Taehyung's statement, we are faced with a fundamental question. Do we truly know that all of this is real? Or rather, could this merely be a narrative constructed for certain interests, media sensationalism, perception management, or even a covert marketing strategy? In today's digital era, where information spreads rapidly through platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter, we as information consumers hold a heavy responsibility. Are we witnessing facts, or merely consuming a well-orchestrated scenario designed to stir emotions? What if the story of Jungkook's wound is actually just part of a strategically constructed narrative? What evidence proves that Taehyung's confession wasn't controlled by an internal script or storyline? Have we truly received direct verification from Jungkook himself, or are we merely accepting interpretations and assumptions from third parties? Could we be interpreting signals that may not even hold the meaning we expect? It is important to note that the information we present is sourced from various social media and online communities, which, although fast and far-reaching, often lacks strict journalistic verification standards. Is it appropriate for us to instantly believe in viral video snippets and quoted fragments? Doesn't this actually open up space for manipulation of public perception? We invite readers not just to follow the narrative, but to become critical observers. Are we as fans truly seeking the truth, or are we seeking a reality that aligns with our desires? Amid enthusiasm and empathy, let's not overlook the importance of logic, skepticism, and caution. Let us reflect. Do you believe that this is all a reflection of the actual reality? Or are you beginning to doubt and ask who truly benefits from this story? Thank you for your attention, and may we all remain audiences not only moved by emotion, but also guided by reason and conscience.